Welcome to Skills Without Borders podcast, where we are dedicated to share skills needed to break career barriers for health, STEM, and public health professionals worldwide. Hello, I'm your host, Dr. Andrea Clark, and today we have a very special guest with us, Dr. Mohamed Gaceb in Algeria, who is a radiologist, MSK consultant. My guest, Dr. Mohamed Gaceb, is a pioneer physician and an innovator who is building an AI agent designed to act as a companion in the ultrasound room. Dr. Gaceb, welcome to the show. I am so happy to bring you to our Skills Without Borders global audience. How are you today?
Oh, thank you. First of all, thank you for the kind invitation. It's truly an honor to be here and to share this moment with you. I feel very fine and I'm excited to start this journey with you.
Fantastic. Well, let's get into the exceptional work that you're doing. Let's start with your big idea. You've described your AI agent as a companion in the ultrasound room. Dr. Gaceb, can you explain how this idea came to you and why you felt it was needed in radiology specifically?
Oh, excellent question. Sometimes when the room is silent except for the hum of the ultrasound machine, every shadow on the screen holds a story, and a tiny misstep could change a patient's life. My hands hover over the probe and my mind races. Then I imagine a companion, a presence that never tires, never hesitates, and sees what I cannot. Inspired by Finch, a Tom Hanks movie about the story of a man and his robot navigating a harsh, unpredictable. I ask myself, what if technology could truly be a partner, enhancing empathy, precision, and understanding? It seemed impossible, but as Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it's done. From that vision, a companion emerged, an AI agent that visualizes, educates, and works alongside me, giving ultrasound a voice and brain. And the idea began with a simple but ambitious question. Can we build a system that understands nerve ultrasound the way a radiologist does? I did not just want speed, I wanted precision, intuition, and clarity. I trained the AI to detect anatomy, interpret findings, and structure meaningful reports, not just faster, but smarter, thinking the way I think. Then I asked, can we see differently at a real-time 3D simulation, dynamic overlays, and intelligent cues to that the AI does not just assist, it guides decision in the moment. Finally, I went further, making report accessible for everyone with embedded audio and braille support. Medicine, I realized, is not just about discovery, it is about making understanding universal. Arthur Ashe, the tennis legend and humanitarian, once said, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. This is exactly what I did, using my knowledge and my tools and my vision. I built an AI agent that walks beside me, amplifying intuition and skill for every patient.
That is fantastic. And I love that you have a co-decision maker there, hand in hand, step in step. Like you said, it doesn't get tired, it doesn't sleep, and it can kind of brainstorm in different ways that the physician may not know, may not consider, I should say. Now, Dr. Kazi, this is a very interesting topic, and it's some fear still to this day, even though you're saying that the AI agent is, you look at it as a friend, a co-collaborator. Let's be honest, many physicians wonder or whether AI may replace them. But you emphasize that your AI agent is a partner, not a replacement. So how does it support? How does it support rather than threaten the role of radiologists and other specialists?
Oh, great question. This is amazing. Many physicians worry that AI might one day replace them. I understand that fear. It's natural when facing something so powerful. But my AI agent is not a replacement. It is supportive partner. It doesn't make decisions for us. It amplifies them. It detects subtle findings we might miss, organizes complex information, and frees physicians to focus on what truly matters: patient care and creativity. Ultimately, AI's role depends on how we see it. It can feel like a threat, or, as I see it, a force multiplier, a colleague that strengthens our skills while keeping the essence of medicine, the human connection, alive. With AI at our side, we do more than we could alone. We achieve greater precision, clarity, and ultimately better care for every patient.
That's a great way to look at it. That it's there to amplify the creative process and the practice in large, and then it allows you to divert your energy into more of the empathetic patient care that really patients can really feel comfortable with when they're coming to you with putting their life in your hands. So that's a very good insight that you gave me on that. Now, I also want to tap into, I know you have many years as a radiologist, but you do specialize in MSK. So, what about in your field of musculoskeletal radiology, what specific skills or tasks does your AI enhance for physicians working specifically in that specialty?
Oh, yes. You know, my AI agent is called Dr. Gaceb, like me. Okay.
Okay.
So the Dr. Gaceb AI agent is not just a reporting system. It is a thinking engine. It enhances the radiologist's skills in interpreting subtle anatomical details, detecting early pathological changes, and reasoning through complex musculoskeletal cases. It organizes findings into structured report, calculates diagnostic probabilities, and generates real-time 3D visualizations of nerve and soft tissue. One line of imaging input triggers its 11-step diagnostic core, simulating anatomy, generating visuals, scoring probabilities, and producing a full report all in real time. While most AI platforms are general assistants, the Dr. Gaceb agent was born from the mind of a radiologist. Machine learning, deep learning, and prompt engineering allow it to understand musculoskeletal ultrasound logic, enhancing precision, clarity, and actionable insight at every step. And I always remember something said by Ralph Waldo Emerson once. He said, "The creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn. Each layer of this AI agent is a seed that grows into smarter, faster, and more confident decisions, empowering physicians while keeping human expertise at the center." Yes.
That is great.
It is about Ralph Waldo Emerson. It means, yeah, he said that the creation of thousands of forests is
Horses,
in one acorn.
acorn.
Means that when you have the AI agent, this AI agent is a seed that can grow and give us more things that we are see in the future. Yes,
Love that. I'm going to use that one. The creation of 1,000 forests
absolutely.
is in one acorn. It starts with the seed, and so much things of
Yes.
possibility, creativity, and impact can blossom from that. That is fantastic. And thank you for shedding light more into that musculoskeletal specialty. Now, as we kind of broaden our outlook on other disciplinaries, you've even called your model a real-time mentor for non-specialists, right? So how does this help physicians outside of the MSK radiology make better diagnosis in their field?
A very good question. Physicians outside musculoskeletal radiology often face uncertainty when interpreting complex images. That's where the AI agent shines as a real time mentor. It translates findings into clear, actionable guidance, helping any physician, regardless of specialty,
Mhm.
understand anatomy, identify subtle pathology, and make confident decisions. You know, with 3D simulation, dynamic overlays, and probability scoring, it shows not just what is happening, but why is happening. So, the AI agent is fully customizable, whether in cardiology, neurology, or orthopedics. It strengthens understandings, builds confidence, and guides clinical decision, all while supporting patient care without replacing expertise.
Yeah, that's great. That's excellent. It
Thank you.
it really emphasizes, and I think with the workload that physicians have, we have a large aging population, growing
Absolutely.
substantially. You can be overwhelmed and overloaded by the patients that you have to see on a day-to-day basis. So if you can have this collaborator, this co-decision maker work with you side by side, you can focus more on the compassion care that that physicians can utilize when it comes to their patients. Now, I
Yes.
know, Dr. Gaceb, you also said that mentoring aspects, it really sounds powerful. How does your AI agent actually learn from you and adapt to your workflow? As we know, large language models is all about gathering data, learning your pattern, learning your rhythm. So almost like a colleague studying your methods. So how does your AI agent actually learn from you and increase your practice?
Oh, great question, Andrea. Thank you. So, I spent 12 months. Real patience, real scans, real pressure. I did not create this AI on paper. I built it in the field, tested and challenged it, and rebuilt it again and again. Each case pushed it to observe, reason, and respond like a radiologist. Powered by machine learning, it recognizes, anatomical and pathological patterns from vast data sets. With deep learning, it detects subtle changes in soft tissue that even trained eye might miss. What emerged wasn't just a tool, it became a neural companion. This AI learns with me, adapts to my workflow, and thinks alongside me. It anticipates my questions, highlights hidden findings, and complements my view, evolving with every interaction. Every scan, every decision, every patient teaches it, making it smarter, faster, and more precise. This is not automation, it is collaboration in motion. Radiology is no longer a solitary challenge, it is a partnership between human intuition and intelligent learning machine. And if you allow me to add a quote from Nelson Mandela, who said, I never lose, I either win or learn. This
There you go.
is what AI embodies, that spirit, learning from every interaction, growing stronger with every challenge. Yes,
Yes, that's fantastic. The collaboration. And I teach that as well. We are in the fifth digital economy, and every economy has a focus. And with every focus, a skill is of value in that economy. And in this fifth digital industrial revolution that we're in, it is about how well humans can collaborate with AI. So we need creative problem solving skills, we need critical thinking
absolutely.
skills, we need, innovators such as yourself, because it's about using these tools and collaborating, and that's the focus of the now and the future.
Absolutely, yes.
That's fantastic. So, and the most exciting part that I love about your work, Dr. Kasib, is that I've been in healthcare from the clinical side to scientific research to leadership. I've done a
Right.
gamut of things in the field, but something on the clinical side that is a big miss, and I know that we're trying to course correct and build better bridges of communication style. So when the physician is giving diagnosis or prognosis to the patient, they can understand and they won't get so intimidated and lost in the jargon. So a big part of your mission is patient communication. Medical terms can feel overwhelming to patients. So how does your AI agent help break down complex diagnosis into simple, clear languages for the patients to better understand?
Absolutely, very great question. In medicine, words matter, but
Mm,
often medical terminology can feel like a foreign language to patients. Yeah,
yep.
that's where the AI agent plays a crucial role. It translates complex ultrasound findings into clear, actionable explanation using visualization, simple language, interactive 3D simulation, and even braille or audio outputs. Patients can see, hear, or touch the anatomy, understand the pathology, and follow the reasoning behind each decision. So the AI does not just report, it educates and empowers. It transforms abstract medical jargon into something tangible, turning confusion into clarity. Every patient leaves the room not only, with answers, but with understanding, feeling part of the journey rather than bystander.
Yeah, that's good. And when the patients really understand what's going on, then they can advocate for themselves better. And when
Absolutely.
they can advocate for themselves better, that's better care and a better awareness and understanding of what's going on with their health, their body, and, from the community around them. So that is fantastic to build a system, a tool, a companion, as you say, to be able to take some of the complexity out of the terminology and really break it down to layman's terms so the patients can really understand this. So that's really great, and I'm really excited about that, because if you have a diagnosis, I can only understand the mental state you're in, the emotional state you're in, and now you're trying to break down all these Latin root medical jargon. It's just overload. So
Absolutely.
that companion AI agent can really help facilitate better communication, which in case facilitates better patient care.
This is interesting, but if you allow me, just Andrea, I can just add something about the clarification, the
Okay.
relationship. When patient, truly understand the diagnosis, something powerful happens. They
Mm,
begin to ask better questions.
mm,
Instead of, doctor, is this serious? They ask, what are my options? Instead of fear, they bring focus. So the AI agent does not just deliver information, it opens a dialogue by showing her maps of pain, simulating nerve compression in 3D, or even providing a bright summary. It gives patient the tool to see what we see. This
yeah.
changes the dynamic. The patient is no longer a passive listener. They become
Yeah.
an active partner in the decision making process. And when patients feel ownership of their care, compliance improves, outcomes improve, and trust deepens. That to me is one of the greatest victories of this AI journey. Not just smarter reports, but stronger relationship. Yeah,
So
yeah,
you've also mentioned the idea of multi-agent system teams. So this is
absolutely.
so exciting. As I said, it's the gift that keeps on giving here of AI agents collaborating with human physicians. So Dr. Kazib, what does the future look like with this multifaceted agent system in your mind?
Absolutely, yes. The Dr. Gaceb AI agent is already a multi-agent system. Each small agent has its mastery. One interprets anatomy, another detects subtle pathology, a third structures the report, and another generates 3D visuals and translates content into audio and braille. But together they orchestrate a seamless multitask workflow, amplifying a physician's skill in real time. But looking ahead, I envision these agents collaborating like a team of specialists across the globe.
Mm,
One could simulate nerve regeneration after injury, another predict lesion evolution weeks in advance, while a third generates patient specific visual guides for rehabilitations. And they learn from each other, creating a dynamic ecosystem that anticipates needs, enhances precision, and makes cutting edge care accessible everywhere. So, the future is not one machine, it is a network of intelligent companions working alongside humans to redefine what is possible in medicine.
Yeah. And I think we're just on the cusp of seeing what's actually possible. It's really excitement doesn't even capture how extraordinary this work is. So let's focus here on this AI agent, which is very captivating to our audience. And as you know, speaking of our audience, we have a global community here with Skills Without Borders. So um, how could AI agents help reduce global healthcare disparities, especially in places where access to highly trained specialties are limited?
Absolutely. You know, what started as a tool for radiology quickly revealed a mission far bigger than one scan or one clinic.
Hmm.
The Dr. Gaceb AI agent does more than assist, it elevates care where expertise is scarce. So picture a remote clinic, no specialist in inside, a young doctor faces a complex nerve case. With AI agent structured guidance unfold in real time, critical findings revealed, decision informed, and care delivered with confidence. Across continents, nurses and clinicians gain the same support, the same insight, the same precision. This is not technology replacing skill, it is technology amplifying human potential, dissolving barriers of distance, language, and opportunity. So, the AI agent becomes a bridge from knowledge to need, from patience to care, from isolation to connection. In its reach, we glimpse a future of true global health care equity.
Okay. So it's still not replacing the skill, it's just allowing that companion to go into those areas that have limitations when it comes to resources, but they still can tap into the intelligence of the AI agent.
Absolutely, yes.
That is wonderful. And the work that you're doing is extremely extraordinary, not
Thank
only
you.
for medicine, but like I said, for the global impact of healthcare, and
Yeah.
especially in those, limited areas where they don't really have the resources to utilize this as much as other first world countries. So finally, I love playing in our imagination. So let's
Oh,
dream a little.
yes.
Looking 5 to 10 years ahead, what's your ultimate vision for AI agents in medicine? And Dr. Kasib, how do you think they will shape the physician patient relationship in general?
You know, it's fantastic. This is the greatest question. You know, we often ask that what will happen in 5 or 10 years? But with AI, it's no longer about decades. It's about months, sometimes even weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The Dr. Gaceb agent is already providing this, a system that does not just assist but thinks, visualizes, and reasons with us in real time. Now, imagine when this intelligence merges with the frontiers of biotechnology and cellular imaging, when AI agents can not only interpret ultrasound but also analyze tissue at the cellular level, you know, track molecular changes, and simulate personalized treatments. Medicine will move from reaction or reactive to predictive, from repairing illness to preventing it before it even begins. But here is the paradox. The deeper we go into the algorithms, molecules, and cells, the more we realize something profound. Technology will not diminish humanity, it will reveal its rarity. Because at the end of all the data, the patterns, and the precision, we will finally understand humankind itself is the rarest finding of all, precious and repeatable and irreplaceable. That is the ultimate vision. Not machines replacing doctors, not doctors competing with machines, but a future where AI gives us back the time, the clarity, and the freedom to see each passion not as a data, but as the most rare and precious discovery of all, a human being.
Yeah. So I hear it's full circle. It's going to take us back to the basics, allowing the needs of the patient to come first, which is the compassion, the empathy, and the
Yes.
care. And using these AI agents to really do they can look at the patients as the numbers and analytics and all those things. But when we have the human to human contact, we are even more connected, and that allows the patient to feel seen, valued, and heard. And I think that's the ultimate goal of patient care globally.
And Andrea, if you
Mhm.
just allow me to add
Yeah,
some,
of course.
sentence, what began as as a quest to improve radiology became a journey to understand life itself. So,
Mm.
the Dr. Gaceb AI agent is not just a machine; it's a companion, a mirror, and a bridge. And we should remember something that in months, not years, technology reveals the whispers of cells and patterns of disease. And
Mm.
yet, the greatest discovery is not in the code, it is the human spirit, rare and irreplaceable. And I built this AI agent to amplify, like you said, empathy, sharpen precision, and protect that spark. In doing so, we are not just advancing medicine, we are discovering what it truly means to be human.
I love it. Yeah, thank you so much for this fantastic vision. Thank you so much for your work and your diligence. And I can always, every time I speak with you about your work, I can just see your eyes light up. I see the full passion in it and the work that you're doing and affecting lives and practices all around the world. So this is an inspiring conversation and a exceptional vision that you have. Thank you for joining and taking us on this journey, allowing us to be future focused and allowing us to eradicate the fear and
Yeah.
embrace the future. That's really what I hear in this interview.
And dear Andrea, you know that I believe that this is not the end of a talk. It is the start of a legacy. And I am deeply grateful to you, Dr. Clark, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
You're ever most welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today on our Skills Without Borders podcast. And thank you most of all for sharing your pioneering work. I'm sure our listeners are walking away with a lot of insight and how AI is really reshaping healthcare and not by replacing it, but by empowering it. So, Dr.
Absolutely.
Katseb, how can our listeners, if they want to learn more about your work or anything like that, how can they get in contact with you?
I have LinkedIn,
Mhm.
and I can just share it with you
Yeah.
uh, next, and only the LinkedIn address actually, and my
Okay.
email. Absolutely, my email. I always answer to the emails in 24 or 48 hours. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll definitely put that in the description box, along with this fantastic conversation that we had with you today. And like I said, has been an absolute pleasure
My
bringing
pleasure.
you on our Skills Without Borders podcast, powered to everyone by Upskill today. And that's a wrap for today's episode with our Skills Without Borders podcast, where passion meets purpose and professionals are empowered to thrive without limits. So if you found this today's conversation to be insightful, please follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify so you'll never miss an episode packed with insight and inspiration and actionable skill sets. So if you want to see the faces behind the voices and other content that comes along with this podcast, go ahead and take a look and subscribe to our Upskill YouTube channel for exclusive video content and behind the scene interviews and bonus slides and tips from our global change makers like Dr. Kasib. So whether you're in healthcare, STEM, public health, or business, remember your skills can take you to new heights in your career. So until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and remember your skills are the bridge to a better future. So as I always say, keep soaring higher. I'll see you next time.